Okay, so as happens from time to time, you get the Gator or something out to use it, and you realise it needs fixing first. Not sure how, but this has got a bit of probably a slow puncture because it's not completely flat, but it's certainly gone down since last time I used it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to whiz the wheel off, get some water on the tyre, check it, see if I can find where the puncture is, and assuming it is a puncture, probably will be because I'm making this video about it. I'll go through the repair method because it's fairly straightforward. So first things first, I need to jack it up. Now, because I've only got a car jack, this is a Gator, we've got quite some distance underneath, so I'm going to try and do it off a concrete block. Probably not the most practical thing to do, but it depends how much I've got to lift it up by. So let's give it a go. So just going to let that bite, and now I'm going to crack the wheel nuts. Let's try 19 on these. Nope. Got them 2s, 21. Yep. Little extension bar to get me away from the wheel, and pop it into an impact driver if I can get the bugger in. Cool. Well, I ain't going anywhere. So let's try manual way. It's only a little impact driver for screws and stuff, so it's not brilliant for structural or real big heavy things. I use it for scaffolding, mainly. When it's tough like this, you won't want to be doing this when it's up on the jack because you'll just pull it straight off the jack. So while it's still on the floor is the time to do it. Now we can get it jacked up. Okay, get some support on there. Would never ever work a jack on its own. Just not worth it. Unfortunately, it's as high as that will go. Let's get it on that part there. Ease that down slightly. Yep, still hopefully got enough. Might need to just pop that up to get the wheel off in a bit. To get the new wheel back on. Well, not the new one, the repaired one. This is a was an 85, 825 or an 855 XRD. Brilliant little tool, brilliant little Gator. We've had it a few years now, so I might do a review. It's on a 17 plate. We've had it, I think, since 2020. I think we bought it during lockdown, and it's a I had a quad before. Nothing wrong with a quad, but this is really good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is get a bit of wind in that tyre. I've got this little pump thing that stays in the Gator because everything around here just seems to get flat tyres through punctures all the time, particularly the water tank. I'll get up to about 10 or so. Actually, we're not going to take that up to 10. I'm just going to see first of all if I can see where the leak's coming from. Okay, so I'll just get some water on the tyre, clean it off a little bit more. I already cleaned it, but as I'm cleaning it, can I see any air coming out? Okay, so initially I can't see anything. So next step then is to do that with a bit of fairy liquid, because that will enable me to see where it bubbles up. So I'm just going to go and sort that out. Okay, so let's try again. Get it a bit wet. Get some soapy water on it. Soapy water. Okay, so unsuccessful trying to find the leak that way. So finally then I'm going to an old schoolboy trick. Used to do this with a bucket of water in the kitchen sink to try and find a leak on a bike. So I'm just going to pop this in and see if there's any bubbling coming up. Aha, I have actually found it. Finally found it. And there we are. You can just see it's bubbling through just there. It's taken me about 10 minutes to find that. But now we know where it is, we can repair it. Okay, so the hole is just in there. So what we're going to do is let a bit of pressure out the tyre. I don't want too much air in there. And then ream the hole out and then pop a rubber thing in there. It's I don't know actually what you call this stuff, but I bought this little repair kit, oh God, some years ago now, but never actually used it. So you got pliers, the reaming tool there, and something to pop the repair back through. So first things first, let's get a bit of air out. Okay, then we're going to ream the hole out so you can see you can just about see the air coming out there. Screw that in if we can. Oh, it's a tiny hole. There we go. That's it. Give that a real good pull out. So what we're trying to do is clean the hole up using the reaming tool. Call it a reaming tool. I've got no idea actually what it's called. So just going to hold that there for a second. Next job. We best do this without gloves on actually. Is to get one of our rubber repairers. I don't know why these jobs never happen in the summer when it's nice and warm and everything's not stone bloody cold. But I guess that would be far too simple. Make life far too boring if you're not struggling to do something in the wind and the cold. Okay, it's got that out of there. Pop it through the eyelet here and pull it about halfway if we can. Okay, fantastic. And then we'll get that in the hole. Oh, oh. Okay, is that in? Nope, got to push it right in. Okay, that's now in. So now I'm going to pull it out. There we go. I'm going to leave that for a few minutes just while that helps settle in the hole. Then we'll get a bit more wind in and we'll trim it off. Okay, so to finish this job off, I am just going to trim that bit of excess off there because we don't want that. So just trims that away. This actually will come in the little kit. And we're going to pop the wheel back on and get some wind in it. So try this without getting too much in the way. That's come out. Thought that was in. Okay, and then finally, let's get that up to 10 psi, and proof will be in the pudding to see if next time I get the Gator out, it's got a flat tyre or not. So I hope you learned something there. I hope that's been of use to someone somewhere. We all learned something for the first time once. I've done it a few times on a quad bike, but never on the Gator. So hence taking the tyre off. I'll give this a wash now.